Hi guys and welcome to the trading show. This week we are gonna talk about
markets. Bitcoin hits fresh record high. Our portfolio. Copper surges. Tip of the week. Trend following on Apple. And the weekly rollovers.
and if you are interested in systematic trading, then subscribe to our channel. I am Francesco Placci, Head of R&D at Unger Academy. Let's start from the market overview to see together what happened during the week. Very positive week for the markets. We have two different financial sectors that have reached new all-time highs. I'm referring to the stock indices. We see in this chart the mini S&P, which is still in uptrend, as well as the Nasdaq and as the European markets. Then the crypto sector too reached new historical highs. Bitcoin break through $75,000 during the week. And more generally, we can say that the whole cryptocurrency sector, especially altcoins, is showing strength. Anyway, we can say that the whole market has shown signs of strength. We see positive returns on soft commodities, cereals and currencies. The same goes for the energy sector, positive returns for all the energy futures, and for metal sector, if we exclude the platinum, which is around parity. While the weakest financial sector is definitely meat, we see returns ranging from -2 to -4% for live cattle, lean hogs and feeder cattle. As for the bonds, a slight leap forward for American bonds. We are still very far from their all-time highs, but at least the crisis seems to have passed. It seems to be behind us. Switching to volatility, we see very low percentile values. Historical volatility is declining. This is the Nasdaq, this is the mini S&P, and these are the European indices. And for all, we see a sharp decline in volatility. On the implied volatility front, very similar situation. The structure is in full contango, with the VIX at values among the lowest in recent months. Therefore, on the volatility front, I will say that there is a strong confidence of the operators about the future trend of stock prices. After seeing some key statistics on financial markets, and given the fact that automated traders also use this data to build their trading strategies, as usual, we will now take a look at our portfolio of trading strategies to see how systems have reacted to current market conditions.
Hi guys, from Alessandro Danos and welcome to this new appointment with the analysis of our portfolio. This week I want to talk to you about the copper futures market, which is a particular market, we can say, as it is in contrast to the other metals futures like gold, the silver, platinum and also palladium that are mostly trend following. This market, copper, has a mean reverting behavior. And this is pretty strange, as we know that commodities in general are mostly trend following. So this may be a good idea to diversify your portfolio. I want to show you two strategies, two reversal strategies. The first one here is an intraday strategy, this one. And the second one is a multi-day strategy. We can see that this kind of system enters when a fade breakout occurs on the highs and lows of the day before. So it will enter long when the market break down the low of the day before and again break above the low of the day before and vice versa for the short. we can see that the strategy performed quite well during the last months, weeks. Of course, we have also some stop losses, but in general we are quite happy of this good series of trades. Now the strategy is in a short position with an open profit of $900. Also, looking at the equity curve, we can see that this strategy has performed really well during the last months. And of course, this kind of strategy, which is an intraday strategy, cannot get too much profit like other strategies that I showed in the past, like the strategies on the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq, just to make some examples. And also we can see that the equity curve long was pretty good, and also this short, of course we had a very big drawdown, but then recovered, we can see in the last part, and we can see that this short drawdown was due to this very nice rally that occurred on this market during 2020 after the pandemic. So we are quite happy of how the strategy has performed during the last 365 trading days. And most important, we are happy that this strategy, as said before, is a reversal strategy, and so it may help our portfolio, our commodities portfolio, where we have mostly trend following strategies, to reduce in some cases drawdowns, and also to help when the other strategies, the trend following ones, are not performing well. Now we can move to the next strategy. As the previous one, also this one is a reversal strategy, but this time the trigger and also the time horizon is different, because this strategy is a multi-day strategy, so it stays in the market also after the end of the session. And the trigger is on the Bollinger Bands, so we will wait for a cross over the lower band for the long entries, and vice versa, we will wait for a cross under the upper band for the short entry. In the last week, this strategy obtained a very good profit, unfortunately with some stop losses also, but we know that in trading stop losses are part of the game, and so they must be accepted. Also, the equity curve is very good. It is similar with the previous one, because of course these two strategies are highly correlated, because they are mainly mean reverting. But this time the strategy makes a bigger gain, we can say, with one trade, because of course it has more time to reach a good profit. Here we can see that during the last week the strategy took these two beautiful profit target for an amount of around 3200, and so we can say that we are quite happy of this market and also of this kind of strategy.
Hi everyone, and welcome from Andrea Unger. Today we will have a look at a different market, and in particular we will have a look to the Apple stocks. So Apple is listed on the Nasdaq exchange, and it's the largest company by market cap all over the world. So I thought it was interesting to try to at least to have a look to this ticker from a systematic point of view. And I tried to develop two different approaches. The first one was reversal, and the second one was trend following. But because I was not satisfied by the first one, I then moved quickly to the trend following approach, where I created two different triggers. The first one is a very simple trigger, and in fact it buys on the highest high of the latest 4 days, and it closes the position after 4 days, while the second one, it just buys on the highest high of the latest 5 days, and then it uses the lowest low of the latest 20 days as a trailing stop. So for what regards the first one, we have a very nice equity curve, bar, and a quite good average trade and so on. Quite good, drawdown and so on. But the average trade is not that high in my opinion, so it should be you should try to refine this kind of strategy if you would like to trade it efficiently. And of course I've done only the long side because we know Apple is quite unbalanced as bias for the long side, so it was pretty difficult to find a good short side. And instead, for what regards the second approach, we see the equity shape is not that nice as the previous one, but it earns more money with very less trades. But in my opinion, the number of trades is quite low, even if the average trade is then extremely high, and the drawdown is higher as well. So I think, guys, you should try to combine, if we can say so, those two strategies, or to find a trigger and to develop a strategy based on those ideas, because they seems to be working, and you should try to you can try to work on something similar and then to improve your own strategy on Apple.
Many rollovers next week. Today we can start with crude oil, followed by natural gas, heating oil and gasoline. Regarding soft commodities, the first notice day is approaching. We have already rolled cocoa, cotton and coffee. Then orange juice and sugar will follow. The same goes for grains. As you can see, the first notice day is at the end of April, so we'll have to keep an eye on them, because starting from the next week it will be possible to roll them over. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about the trading method we at the Unger Academy use and teach our students, not to miss out on reading Andrea Unger's new book. It's called the Unger Method, the winning strategy of the 4-time world trading champion. And in it, Andrea explains step by step the trading method that let him win 4 World Cup trading championships, and that you too can use to improve your approach to the markets and achieve your trading goals. And the greatest thing is that now you can grab it for free by just paying for shipping and handling. In the book there is also a rich bonus area with links to videos reserved only for those who get the book. Don't miss the chance to take your trading to the next level. Click the link in this video and get your free copy of the Unger Method now. You pay only shipping and handling.